So for this mask, I'm using an old 100% cotton super glue, some tweezers, some small scissors, and then elastic along with a sewing machine. I'm using a Brother XR3340 machine that I got from Costco, which has been pretty nice. These are the settings that I'm using to create my mask. So for this particular mask, I designed a pattern that you can use and cut out. So with this pattern, it's going to be your top piece that goes right underneath your eyes, and then this will be the bottom that goes under your chin. And then this is where we will connect the other side, and then I'll show you as we move along. Okay, so first thing you want to do is lay out your fabric. Fold this over. So now that you have your fabric laid out, go ahead and place your pattern on top. And go ahead and cut out what you need. One, and then we'll go back and do it again on another piece. So conservation is key here. Try and save as much as your material as you can. There you have it. So now that you've got your two, just make sure they are as symmetrical as possible, just to make it a little bit easier when you go to sew. So now that you have your two pieces, we're gonna go ahead and start sewing. So start off, we're gonna start off sewing the top edge and then the bottom edge. So starting with the top edge, we'll go ahead and just sew that down the line. Make sure your fabric is lined up, and then we can get to sewing. So top edge, we'll go ahead and sew straight down. No need to reverse stitch on this since we're going to be going over scissors, cut off the edges, or trim off the thread. That's what I meant. So now for the bottom piece, make sure your thread is ready. Realize that your thread is through the needle and then you just sew nothing. So there you go. Here is your first finished part. Now onto the next piece. Get your camera ready. So top edge, bottom edge. Starting with the top, we'll go straight down. Where did I put my scissors? Oh, here they are. And now the bottom edge. Make sure your thread's good. Don't want that to come out. Voila, now you've got number 2. So now that you've got your 2 pieces, you're gonna want to trim off any excess fabric that you may have sewed, and then just trim off any excess fabric. Try to be careful not to cut off your thread that you just sewed, like I almost just did. Number 2. And almost. Okay. So now you've got your 2 pieces. Since I used a patterned fabric, we're gonna flip it right side out. So turn it around and then fold the edge to create a nice crease. And this might be when you want to iron it, just to make it a little bit neater and nicer. So grab your other piece, flip it inside out. Fold the crease. Voila. So now you have the 2 pieces right side out, and then I'm just going to place them right on top of the other, just like that. And then I'm going to line them up, make sure they're quite even, quite symmetrical, because this is important when we go to attach the 2 pieces together to create our mask. So now that we've lined them up, I'm going to go along and sew down this, this, and this to attach the 2 pieces together. So back to the machine. Here we go. Starting with the top. So here you'll need a little bit of a reverse stitch just to, oh, and there goes my needle and thread. So let's throw it in. So, a little bit of a reverse, and then back to center. Turn. Make sure it's all lined up. Let's do one more. Turn. And hit that reverse. There you go. Go ahead. Trim the edge and trim the threads. See some of this excess fabric? We're going to cut it off. Cut. cut, and trim it away. Just like now, you've created your almost mask. So now we just have to do the edges where we put our elastic down here. So this is what you've got left. Just the ends. We're so close, we're almost there. I know, you're ready for this to be over. Cause I am. So now go ahead and grab your elastic. I'm using a 1/4 inch cotton swimwear elastic that I had left over from when I was making some swim. And since I've made quite a few masks already, I know a standard size I'm looking for is about 10 inches for each ear. So go ahead, and once you've got your 10 inches, there you go. And then same exact length for the other side is what we want. So you got your 2 pieces of elastic. So now that you have your 2 pieces of elastic, we are going to feed it into our loop that we created. So you'll just go ahead and feed it through, and then get it to come out the other end. You'll do the same thing on the other side. So just feed it through just like that. Since this end is looking a little tight, do some shoving and tugging. Eventually it should come out the other end as so. Take 3. So I guess that's one piece of advice. Try not to make your loops too small for your elastic. That can happen. So close. There we go. So just like that, you've got them through and through. So now you've got your elastic through, and with your super glue, I was sewing the elastics together at first, and then that was just a little too much to work with. So super glue actually works even better and creates a strong bond. So we're just gonna put some up along the edge. Make sure not to glue your fingers together, and then we're going to just attach them on, squeeze it nice and tight, and then just make sure we've got that bond. Same thing, other side. I should mention to make sure that your elastic's not twisting and turning inside, just to create an even, flat elastic band. So super glue, and then we'll attach it together. Squeeze it on. Make sure it doesn't break, and then hide it away inside your mask. And there you have it. You've got your mask. So there's your mask. You did it. You've made your homemade mask. And this is how it looks. And there you have it.